Ahoy hoy internet. Sorry for the delay on the YouTube, even though it's fuck YouTube the platform. I appreciate someone showing up as soon as I went live. I was not expecting that. That's not par for the course. Um, but respect to the viewer, nonetheless. Uh, Still celebrating my birthday. You want to show love? Feel free to terminate the YouTube app from your device or whatever you're watching it from. Erase your account and follow me on rumble.com/NatesVlogs or odyssey.com/@NatesVlogs or nateflix.net. Um, yeah, we are celebrating. I just had a pretty dope weekend. Got This is my first, not a cask, uh, Stein, my first Stein. Got a birthday Stein, amongst other amazing birthday presents, including shoes. Most of my presents were for you guys. I got multiple puppets. I had to revise a video I was editing to include the puppets. But that'll be on nateflix.net, rumble.com/Nateflix, odyssey.com/@Nateflix. But it was, most of my presents, I got like this lighting kit I'm going to be using for you guys. I used it on the green screen. It was a little too close to the green screen, and it burnt the green screen just a little bit, just singed the green screen. But all of these presents were amazing, I'm very appreciative of them. But I got like some uh, even better good news. Um, the One of the things I got into school, I went back to school for drama, acting, and it was one of the classes I'm taking is theater to be in a play. So it's like acting. You can be part of the tech, the people who set up the design of the stage and all that shit. And my teacher told me today I'm going to be I've turned in the script because my whole thing was I want to be a writer of the plays. One of my childhood dreams was to be an actor. When I was a kid, I used to watch Steve Urkel. I used to be like, I want to be like that kid. I can do that. I had a really good Urkel impression. This was before I hit puberty. Um, then I grew older. I did some acting, television, movies, and all that shit. And I realized actors are just models for words. You don't really have much control over what you say. I mean, I've done reality TV, which is not reality. It's bullshit. Never believe anything you see on reality TV. That's why I can't watch it anymore. It's just so um obviously fake bullshit. But my teacher told me that my play is going to be it's a scene from a wider play, but it's going to be a part of the play because it's like a bunch of shorts. So now I'm an official playwright. Well, yeah, my scene was written, and I really want to use this as a platform to to gauge people's engagement, and because I had like this is the little scene I wrote. It's like later in the broader scheme of things, but it was people heard some of the plot and they were like fighting for the characters that I wrote in. So I'm pretty stoked. I mean, I don't have really much control over who gets it, and this is why I had offers to write comedy when I first started doing it, but I didn't do it because I don't deliver it, and if it's just read out of context or read in a way I won't agree with, um, it will bother me. I'm not trying. I'm not like a super micromanagey type person. Um, but yeah, like my teacher was like considering people for parts of the script that I wouldn't have considered because I don't think they have the depth to cover the characters I wrote. But I gotta like revise it a little bit. I don't know if I gotta make it longer or shorter. I still haven't checked the canvas. I want to come to you guys first. But yeah, I gotta look at the script and rewrite it a little bit. But yeah, but I'm gonna be getting like like a playbill, and it's gonna have me as the writer for one of the scenes in it. So I don't know. I was pretty stoked. I mean, because that's kind of what I was going back to school for, to learn the process of how to be a writer. I didn't know it was gonna be this quick. Um, but yeah, I'm loving it. Uh, and and it's just apropos because I'm having all this bullshit dealing with YouTube shutting down three of my channels last month, four channels total because they took down my largest channel in 2014, and now it's just further proof that YouTube is not needed. Um, what's up, boss? What it do? And happy birthday to Raina of Angry Love 77. Birthday's tomorrow, technically. But yeah, I wanted to be out there um, uh, for the event. We were talking about like places to go because I also have a cousin whose birthday is right after mine. I ended up going to Leavenworth for my first time. Got a room, explored the area. That's where I got this fancy little stein. They do like Oktoberfest out there, so they got like a lot of German themed knickknacks. So it's got like a German flag. Not that I support anything Nazi. That's why I'm against funding the Ukraine. But yeah, just get to see the homie CR. I was hoping to see. Well, and it's still in talks. We're gonna figure out how this weekend goes, but we're supposed to go to Spokane. Um, well, it's supposed to go a while ago, but we're trying to time it around a work event, so work can get done, and as well as business and pleasure. I can't believe it's been a year. Yeah, it's been a year. I know time it flies. It's all relative. The older you get, the quicker it passes. It used to seem like a minute took a year. Now a year takes a minute. Hey man, congrats on the play and happy B day. Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. And it's just like I want to keep the play bill from this one, because this is gonna be like it's gonna be the first of many. Um, well, yeah, because it's I had like this is just like a small um, well, I'm not gonna say I did. I wrote it because I thought it would be, I thought it would be popular. But I think it connects with something that a lot of people understand. But then I have like broader ideas that I want to expound upon, and I'm excited to see where it goes. And just like the play is gonna be in June. So if you're in the Seattle area, um, well, as we get closer to figuring out, because I don't even know exactly when it's going to be, like the times. But I don't know if I'm going to be acting in it or any of that shit. It's all kinds of shit that's up in the air. We still got to go through this long process. But yeah, I'm just excited. It's going to be my first play of many. Cheers, Nate. Well, yeah, cheers indeed. This is like what I went to school this semester for, was to learn this process. I didn't know. I thought it was going to happen outside of it. Like I thought I might have to do, go through the process of, either acting. Last play I did, I was wardrobe. Well, yeah, I was. Yeah, it's a long story. I didn't show up for that part. that I mean, I showed up for some of the wardrobe, but I didn't show up for like the actual play because I was busy with other shit. I was well, that's like a longer video that we get into. It's gonna be on NatesVlogs.net, rumble.com/Nateflix, and Odyssey.com/@Netflix. But yeah, I'm like stoked. I've never written for anyone else. I've had offers to like write other people's comedy, but I just had issues with believing that someone can like really just get the tone I wanted to get across. But yeah, this is it's going to be interesting to see how it's received. And the two biggest parts when I was in class, um, no, like my teacher was considering two totally different people um, from me. I wasn't even talked about, so I have no control of the direction. The director is going to be is on some other shit because like I said, I wouldn't have considered the people who she was considering uh, to take the roles that she chose. But I don't know, but it'll be fun. It'll still be fun. I just want that playbill just to say, oh, motherfucker, writer. Because as I've gotten older, I realize the most important person of any production is the writer. Uh, yeah, and everybody else is just word models. So it'll be fun. Come over anytime. Well, you quote. I'm gonna quote you on that when I just show up randomly. All right. Well, and I also had questions because we got a dog, and he's not a little one, but he's feisty but friendly. He's like you. He's very playful. Hello, my friend. It is my birthday today. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. You share your birthday with 95% of the population. This is one thing I learned about being born in April. You are not alone. Most people, their birthdays are within 3 days of yours. But, celebrate nonetheless. Um, I've recently devoted myself to writing my book. Well, get her done. And let me know when you finish it. Uh, I hope you write the songs that the whole world sings. Cheers, everybody. GTSY. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate it. Love your style. It changed so much over the years. Changed, evolved. I mean, you just got to keep in mind that my style was bitten by so many people. It's just like I just got to do something different just to prove that people are just copying me. uh, yeah, just some of the largest YouTubers, people who, well, definitely were prepared to suck a lot more buttocks than myself, ended up just like copying a lot of shit that I did. I remember, I'm not even gonna call anybody out, but um, if you, I'm gonna post uh, my YouTube live when I went to YouTube live in 2008, and then while I was there were like several extremely large YouTubers, and if you look at the style of the video I made, and if you're aware of the person who ended up like basically just jocking that whole shit and making a whole career just doing what I did that one or two videos, uh, you would just be amazed at like uh, how it's just like for me it's just like, oh, this is a concept for one or two videos, and some people they just make a career out of doing the same shit over and over again. But it's I can't. I don't. I'm not trying to knock the hustle. I just would appreciate acknowledgement. I'm writing sci-fi. Well, yeah, that's it. It's a lot of ways to connect. Well, what I wrote was um, I don't know if it would be considered sci-fi. Well, the little scene I wrote is kind of like superhero. I take a someone who's considered a superhero, and I show the faults in the idea of them being a superhero. And well, but in the long, like the longer version, it's pretty sci-fi. Because the main character is someone who gets his abilities from the things that poison most people. So like lead in the water, like all of the shit that you should avoid, like by living in America. Um, it gives him his powers, and each tragedy um, that afflicts other people gives him superpowers. And and then like the person who's considered a hero ends up. Well, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna do like I'm gonna do this scene, and the scene is gonna be uploaded. And yeah, and then I'm gonna be gauging the interest, but I want to do like the full play that is just focus on the character that I wrote. Because I find out the whole story a little more enthralling. But yeah, it'll be fun. I mean, just having my whole because last time I had like a public reaction to something I wrote that wasn't comedy, like stand up comedy. Um, it was like at a film festival, and I was like, well, it was like 2009. That was the last film festival I was in. But it was like it's a different feeling, like seeing people write LOL on the screen. That's cool. I love the fact that I know you guys enjoy what I do, but like hearing people's reaction, like hearing a laugh or hearing people like gasp because they're like, I can't believe that happened. That's like a different thing. And especially knowing that if it's something I wrote, that's like the thing I'm looking forward to the most. That's why I'm saying I want to keep that playbill. I truly am trying. Well, yeah. Well, keep on. There is do and there is do not do. There is no try. You just got to keep on pushing. And it's a long, arduous process. Because I mean, for me to like um, getting to this point, I mean, it took a while, especially with COVID. I mean, I was like on the cusp of it. Like I was starting to figure the shit out. Uh, um, last play I was a part of, I was like starting to learn some of the characters of the area, like the people you needed to know to be able to become a writer. But you get thrown like thrown for a loop. Some crazy shit happens, like a pandemic, and then you just gotta adapt. But now that shit is just opening up, and my YouTube channel is shutting down. It's like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just excited to have the experience. I am trying to give my mom and dad a house in California, San Clemente. Well, yeah. Good luck with that. I know those are running for like several million for a one bedroom. It's just the sign of the times. But then again, I'm also realizing we're in a market that's about to bust. I'm reminded of like 2007, 2008 when people had like shanty towns, little shacks, um, going for like $1 million. But then I'm also understanding that there's like companies like Redfin propped up with like all kinds of BlackRock government money, and they're the people who are buying houses over asking price. Um, well, a big part of my whole shtick, um, I want to. A friend while I was in the Bay Area introduced me to something called artivism, where it was like she had plays that were going. You know, Colin Kaepernick saw one of her plays before, like a few weeks before he took the knee. But it was like plays that were going, and they would like be written to evoke certain emotions and awaken people to the corruption that's going on locally, federally, and on a statewide basis. And then like they would have like political solutions, so they'll have like people signing up, like people who were motivated by the play to do something locally. And yeah, I think a good amount of the housing crisis could be solved on a local or statewide basis. It will be definitely harder to solve nationwide because we got a crackhead and president in in the Oval Office, and but I'm not so pessimistic. I don't think that things can be changed. I just understand it's going to be a big job, and I think it could be accomplished locally or statewide through political action. This is the first I've watched of yours recently, reconnecting with your videos. I remember when I first saw your employee evaluations for the South Gonna Hold It Down. Look at you now, bud. Well, yeah, and it's funny you say that because I got the South Gonna Hold You Down remix. It's going to be going to my NatesVlogs.net viewers, and it's going to be streamable by those people, and then it's going to be downloadable by my Patreon subscribers. So um, beware of that if you're interested. I worry about my family. I hope one day to become a millionaire. Well, it won't be far away because $1 million will be the cost of like a loaf of bread soon because our economy is going to crash because we're run by psychopaths. And they're going to make the dollar as worthless as they are. I'm not saying I want that to happen. I'm just, um, stating the facts because we're seeing like hyperinflation. Well, yeah, soon to see hyperinflation. We're seeing incredible inflation. Hyperinflation is around the corner, especially with all of the silly sanctions to the countries that are against Nazi governments like Russia. I have learning disabilities, and sometimes it's difficult to focus. Well, yeah, it's. I don't know if it's necessarily a learning disability that makes it difficult to focus, or the fact that everything around us is fucking falling apart. It's just. If you're in tune with anything, it's just hard to focus because you're like, oh my god, what is going on in this world? We got this pandemic, and then like we're supposed to forget about the pandemic and support the Nazis in the Ukraine, send trillions of dollars to funding Nazis. Where's the money for the people who are struggling? You know, where's the money for our citizens who are struggling? It's just like if you're at all in touch with any of this stuff, it's hard to focus because you realize how royally we're being fucked. I'm legit diagnosed with a learning disability. Yes, yes. I know a lot of people are diagnosed with learning disabilities, depression, all kinds of ailments, and it could be a legitimate learning disability. It could also be environmental. Because if anything leads to you needing to be prescribed a pill, that benefits someone, right? It benefits someone financially. And I've had like multiple friends, especially if you've been in the foster care system. That's all kinds of trauma. They prescribe you almost immediately with some kind of antidepressant drug because it's you who needs a drug because it's your biochemistry. It's not the fucking traumatic experience of being in a foster care system and the American fucked up no health care system that it resides in. So it's just like, yeah, you might actually have a learning disability. I don't know, but it's just like whatever you have. If you're going to be a writer, write. Figure out how to write it. Uh, there is something in you with something to say that the world needs to hear. It's hard for me, but I'm trying to become an author. Well, get her done. Join. Theme music. Bow, bow, bow. Scratch that. I'm an author. I actually have a book on Amazon. Well, there you go. How many people with learning disabilities can say that? I feel what you're saying, though. Everything is moving so damn fast now. You can't keep up. Which governments, advertisers, etc., use their advantage? Constant bombardment of information. Well, yeah, and that's why, if I were to get a political movement rolling, I mean, one of the first things would be respect the First Amendment right. Everyone should have the right to freedom of speech, right? Um, like the reason why channels like my own were taken down was because like I spoke against everything CNN, MSNBC, the authoritative news sources were saying, and once you start doing that, they want to silence you. They want to suppress uh, dissenting opinions. And yeah, anytime you see an opinion being obliterated from the internet, that's probably because they were right about something. Even when it comes to like Alex Jones was right about more shit than CNN and MSNBC and all that shit. Um, and they had to get rid of him from the internet or from the major social media platforms. Um, because like they want to say he was crazy, and they didn't want you to see like, oh, how much shit he was actually right about. When Jeffrey Epstein um, got arrested and suicided himself. Do you still have the original NatesVlogs channel? NatesVlogs with the CKS. I spell it properly. No, that channel went down like last month, along with Nate's Turn and my original channel, My Picks. So the only channel I have on YouTube is my tech channel, Gadget Picks. I can't really talk about anything um, pertaining to medicine, pertaining to like developments and forced medical procedures. Because the thing that got my last channel taken down was me just discussing the plot of my last rewind, uh, World War Z, because that delved into the V words being deadly V words being distributed from the World Health Organization. And all I was talking about was the movie, and that shit got my channel taken down. So it's just like, yeah. So it's just like I really only come on here to let you guys know if you want employee evaluations, rewinds, pet peeves, anything, any of my episodic videos. You gotta go to nateflix.net, rumble.com/nateflix, odyssey.com/nateflix. Um, and yeah, that's really it. Like I can't go into a lot of shit on any of these platforms I'm streaming on, except for rumble.com. I'm streaming on there too. Can't see the comments on there, but yeah, it's yeah, YouTube is a garbage website. So my advice to anybody watching me on there or on Instagram would be to delete the app and delete your account And follow me on rumble.com/NatesVlogs, odyssey.com/@NatesVlogs, and NatesVlogs.net. Total dumpster fire of a website. And it's not just for me, it's for like any creator who's saying anything of significance. Might be time to make a few more channels just in case the YouTube folks, just in case for the YouTube folks. Well, yeah, I was gonna make like it was a news channel, but it's kind of like kid friendly, because it's not gonna be my face in the videos at all, really. So, because I got like a few puppets, for my birthday. You know, I was talking about doing something like a kid friendly programming, but it's gonna be like news and history, and it's gonna be a whole swath of things I'm gonna be covering on there. But it's gonna be like, it's gonna be hard to tell it's my channel, but I was planning on posting the videos on NatesVlogs.net, rumble.com/NatesVlogs, and odyssey.com/@NatesVlogs. What's up, mate? I mean, Nate, what it do? Goddamn, I remember 8 years ago when you lost your channel thanks to that media group that screwed you over. Well, yeah, fuck them. Fuck AT&T, which is the company that bought them. Fuck Disney, which is the company that bought Maker. Well, I mean, all of the major networks that got bought out by bigger companies, and then they turned all of the independent creators into shit that you would see on the cable news, or like people with the same views as CNN, MSNBC. And if you didn't conform, they got rid of you. So fuck all of those people, and that's why it's just like I'm stoked to be able to get back into live. It's harder to censor someone in person, um, and plus it's a little more rewarding, seeing and hearing people's reaction in person. Are you a member of the DSA? No, I am not. But I've congregated with members of the DSA when Bernie was running, and other campaigns they were running. But the DSA, as far as management, is corrupt, and as far as me being signed up to anything, I don't want any paper trails. So I never signed up officially. That sounds like a good idea. If you keep the rated E and they still target you, then you know that they're after Nate, not the content itself. Well, yeah, that is the plan. Love the old YouTube vids. Well, fuck, YouTube is old. Got rid of it. So odyssey.com/@NatesVlogs. That has the most extensive back catalog of my old videos that I have currently. Dude, Puppet Show would be sick. Well, yeah. I got like some of the stuff because I was working on a video when my girl gave me the puppets, and I revised the video to include the puppets. So that's gonna be on NatesVlogs.net. I'm uploading it shortly. I'ma watch them. Yeah, well, please do. I got some ideas for the name of the next channel. And keep in mind, it's going to be a very limited glimpse of what I'm going to be getting into, because I understand how YouTube's algorithm can shut down certain content. So it's like, it's going to be heavily edited, heavily censored content. But nevertheless, I'm excited to work with it. I was like, it's hard not to play with it. Right now, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna be creating a new set for the puppets. I had to use just short-term green screens for the upcoming content. But I got like something I'm going to be working on, and I'm just going to get back to editing that because I was like in the middle of it. and I just wanted to share the news that I'm officially a playwright, and I figured you guys would be excellent people to share it with. But yeah, so continue to check nateflix.net, rumble.com/nateflix, odyssey.com/@nateflix. If you want to stay up to date with the employee evaluations, rewinds, pet peeves, and so on and so forth. So thank you for watching. Toodles, and be good to each other.